Hello, hello. This is welcome to the Peter's game and mindsets. My name is Peter, and today it's my first video ever made upload to the YouTube, and gonna cover my story, like the transitions from the basically like simp to know me um, to a halfway chat. And here's my backstory. Hope you guys enjoy it. And the thing is, my story starts in the years of uh, 2013 to 2016. That's the beginning phase. I call it the phase zero. Basically, what happened is I'm a average Asian guy, like studying middle school in China, like the typical average show you see on the Family Guys. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Like the Family Guys, really, except for the belly, except for the beer belly. I don't have the beer belly back then. All right, so the thing is, I was sick. Okay, like lot of guys like come from like Asian background, often sick. Like in around 12, 13 ages, like in middle schools. It was delicious schoolwork. Loads of like bookshelf of bookshelf of homework. And I have to every time I go to the cafeteria, I have to eat very fast. I remember it was like uh, $2 or $3 for a meal, like for a standard meal. But I really gonna eat very fast. It was rice with some pork belly, some veggies, and I would say not much nutrition, not a lot of energies. So what I do is like I order two sample size for a standard. Like I eat two samples and finish them very fast, like an instant. Finish them like 10, 15 15 minutes. Because what I do is I need to remember this. I need to get back to the classroom. I need to do the paperwork, do do, do the schoolwork. So the teachers can leave me be. Stop kicking my ass. And that's the time when I develop digestive like distress. And that's why I look up. I don't even know these words like in terms of English. I just look up the Google Translate and stuff. Like yeah, it basically tells you like you have more functioning. It's not functioning with your uh, digestive system. That's the consequence of eating too fast and not get properly nutrients. And yeah, another thing is I was mentally stressed out. I was mentally stressed out back then. Yeah, moving on to phase one. Now here comes to the years of 2016 and 2020, and that's the struggle. Like I almost finished my middle school year. I learned to fitness. I start the weight training. Oh, I hate competing academic studies. When people often say that you like the destiny, like don't exist, but they do. But it's like completely like majority of time it's completely up to you, based on some major or grand decision you made by you. Like here comes my first grand decisions, like the first grand decisions, which is do I choose to go study abroad or stay in the education system back in China? And what I did is I evaluated situations. I think like I got little. there's more opportunity, literally more opportunity, and maybe it's my only chance because like I'm my grades are falling apart. So here I took my only chance. Step on ground of United States. I don't got no friends. Family didn't come with me. You know, things difficult as well for everyone else. I face difficulties the same as before. Like even worse to some extent, even worse in the coursework because there's like language barrier and afraid to reach out to especially the teachers or the counselors. They're really nice guys. But I really should open more. I really should open more to these guys, to these enablers. Like others are bystanders. Like they don't care. Like yeah. Well, as far as that goes, like my mental state is not right. That time, my mental state is right. Isn't right. I'm looking for ways to release stress. I'm looking for entertainment. Okay, and just like rest of you, like the 16s, 17s, or watching kind of waste your like 16, 17s phase watching YouTube videos like Mr. Beast and uh, I don't know what was popular back then. Like I watch random stuff like people playing Minecraft speedruns like something the K-pop dramas and stuff like bunch of online literature, just random stuff. I don't even recall all the details. Well, that's isn't the point. That isn't the point. Point is, I just become severely in self-doubt. I even consider doing something extreme, like I imagine every tiny bit of possible harsh extremes outcome of scenarios I might have faced. I cried to my family in the phones after I got into a conflict. I got into a physical conflict with a guy like in the private high schools, and like it's pretty understandable. We that time we don't know nothing, and we pretty much high on testosterone, so we easy to get involved to physical conflict, and yeah, and I was mentally unstable. As far as that goes, just crying to my family in the phone, just wondering like what I can do for the future, even go as far to the career choice. Yeah. Well, another consequence of that being is I'm not attending class. I stopped attending class like for consecutive like 1 or 2 weeks back in the high schools. Like I can show you the pictures right here. Like basically is the like like here. You see right here. Nice schools, right? But it's like in the middle of nowhere. Like to bunch of kiddos like with no means of transport. You know, yeah, that's a struggle. and kind of they isolate from each other. We have our own group. That's the gym. I go to gym quite a lot. That's the gym. That's how I got my like the bicep. That's how I got my bicep. And yeah, now it's like I got a fever and stuff, and it's shrinking, but who cares? So back to my stories, and yeah, I was, and the consequence of not attending class. Not only did I fail the um a what's the SAT. What's the another standard test? I don't remember. Okay, I tend to forget a lot of the the things that happened in the past. Like really have like the traumatic effects. That whatever. That's not the point. Okay, I was doing the online. What happened is I doing the online like makeup course to pass the graduation requirements. Since I barely graduated, I almost got got expelled from the high school. So yeah, consider that. Like, if I ever got expelled from the high school in yes, like there's nowhere else, literally nowhere else I can go. So I was like basically like blackfire in the Chinese like educational systems. Like if you don't follow up, like that's entirely another stories. So going back to China for education is really our options. And big shout out to my mom, uh, who's really like very patient, very competent and strong, independent female. Yeah, she helped me she carried my emotional things like the very introvert, very shrinking and weak and clumsy internal internal self being. She showed it all. She just she just take it like it was nothing. Like he moves to the phase two, and it was like 2020 and 2021, and that's when the COVID break out, and I going back to my country. I don't know what I can do. I took a gap year. I also doing the college applications, but uh, I I even consider like no attending a college as an option since I have a lot of like self-doubt, even to an extent of self-denial. Like I deny like every purpose of make existence. Like yeah, and took me a lot of time. And here's the funny thing. Here's the transitional part. And like one day I found a beautiful photo like of my middle school, like the girls who like attend the same middle school with me. Like she posts a photo like a gallery of photo on the moments, uh, whatever social media we use together. Uh, like the point why I kept her like social media on the list is like I don't remember how I got from that point. uh, I wish I can still keep her contact, but it is what it is. And if not, Well then, well, was supposed to make the present me, like the me, like standing, like sitting in front of like a webcam and looking half nervous, half confident, and elaborate my personal stories, whether you like it or not. It's never gonna happen. I don't believe it's never gonna. I don't believe it's gonna happen in like terms of my lifetime. Yeah, like reference. Yeah, and the typical teenage boy stuff, and dream about her, and I chasing her on the like following her, like stalking her, like on the social media. Mhm. Actually, back then there was a thing. Okay, look, there was a thing called social harassment or whatever it is, like the sexual harassment in a took place though. Like, I mean, that basically is that basically can be perceived as one if you use today's standard. And I gather all my strength, I gather all my courage to ask her out for coffee for a date. And yeah, she didn't expect much. Mm, she just got a break from her busy school year, the first semester. She went to the Georgia Tech in state of Atlanta, which is pretty above decent uh, technological school. Like, yeah, at least above my standards, two times above my level. Like, well, I don't know this back then, and yeah, and she definitely have no incentive or no intention whatsoever to get to know me more, like personally, or like have develop any feelings. Uh, as far as I don't give a very positive overall experience to her because I'm falling apart. At that point, I'm falling apart. Okay, you got nothing, nothing apart. Only got my families, and guess what? I thought like I just go to school with her like in the middle school like for a couple of years, and I thought like she might be my friend too. So I done all these like stupid stories, backstory, how I got there, like thinking myself is kind of like the the white knight pretending the princess and defeat the ultimate like dragons, and that's the typical bad stories. The story you tell to the kids, the fairy tale stories, and let them work, cause ain't no fairy tale. And all you left just tears and wipes, cause I got politely rejected and declined. I gave her the mm, the the gift, the invite her to say I covered the fee for the days and the coffee and stuff, and she just reject all of it. She want she want me to have nothing to do with it, and it was a hard lessons. I guess it's the second most important transition in my life. As far as my current life goes, this is damn important. It just changed how I perceive this rules. But like after that, just opening to an entirely new world. and just like rest dudes like who out there, like got down by his girlfriends, whether in Valentine's Day or another like um, occasion like super normal rainy days, and you know been drinking a lot, been lying down doing nothing a lot, and yeah, and have all this crap nonsense, working out more. When I hit the gym, kick the trunk, kick the trunk, and push up bars, improvising, everything improvising like buy the equipment, improvise, no gym, no problem. Gonna unleash that anger, gonna unleash that energy. And one day I suddenly realized like I gotta search to getting back off for the active, and look, I really want to get her back at that point, or get any girls I wanted, cause like for my lifetime I love a girl or two like in a primary school, and as for the middle school I love two like first is another girl who is like pretty attractive and got a white skin and pretty cute, and yeah, and that was about it. I want to learn all the secrets, and I search for the attractiveness on YouTube, which is overall globally like developed like video platform, and post workout. I start workout, and I love cooking food, so I cook post the cooking food of fried rice something, and steak on the social media, like the social media one, the the one social media she was in, so I can maybe attract her back. Maybe I was so naive back then. Like I maybe can. I thought to myself like maybe I can attract her back. Yeah. And all of that doesn't work. I just officially start learning red pills, the rational males. I don't know. First time it comes from the Rational Male by Ronald Tomasis, and I have no idea, but it was like a, pure pickup artist, influencers in set up his bootcamp in China, and yeah, that's when I got like my first hand knowledge on, no, my first hand experience with the pickup or the game knowledge. The game, that's the game, which means you build a active a way to find an active relation with anyone, especially opposite genders, and like you dig deep, you find the principles, you find the mentalities. I think these two are more important. These two are more predominant factors than the other two, which are uh, the skill sets, the uh, or the frame. Like back then, I only learned how to frame, how to keep my frame up, how to work on my skills, and like the language skill, uh, how to so a bunch of like the use like outdated joke, or like it was not original. Okay, I just said that it was not original back then. I don't know what's predominant factor. It was really important. I just okay. I got this ideology. I got these ideas, but I never got like got got the courage to actually like go out and approach any woman I'm facing on the street. Like I was like, it won't make a difference. Even though like I've been spent like 3.5 Ks, it won't make any difference. Because in the mirror they start pointing to your face and saying something like, "Yo, this dude like think like he can be the better version. Think he can make some shit happens." And the truth is, he will fail and he will fall to the ground, heads to the ground, and broke his fucking nose. And that's when I says like, hell no, I'm done with this. Or at least like in a practical sense, I didn't do any practical applications. I just don't. Too many negative energies like in the atmospheres, like in every relation back then. You want to know like how I look for how do I look like back then? And like I show you pictures. Okay, just I don't know why I'm so ashamed of myself for how I look. That's unnatural. That's unnatural for any guys. Okay, here's the muscle man, the super muscle man, if you like. Uh, yeah, uh, kind of like super buff. That time I'm more buff than I am right now. But super jacked, huh? I ate 4 times more beef and plus the protein we protein than what I do right now. Oh, what did I do? Oh my gosh, did I just delete the photo of my old version? Gosh, I'm such a loser. How come I did a photo of my old versions? Like, okay, I'm gonna find. Uh, it's super important. It's just super important. I can tell you, but I can describe like the chick is super fat, like the fish with group balls, and you know, and the fish like
So, bro,
the fish like
Peter's chicken,
she tries to breathe for air in the
I
water
bet
too
guys
hard.
love it.
Like fucking deleted it. I fucking deleted it. Yeah, I don't got a photo, but I have a closest one. Uh, I just deleted her. I'm too ashamed of myself. I deleted all photos. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I buy the course to the point I buy the course from the pickup masters, and yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work out for me. I understand like the principles. I understand um, some some components. I just I don't think it's applicable to my real life challenge, and I just continue to jerk off and so bored and breath a bit too much. Yeah, I masturbate too much. Or what? You drag and wipe it out like you use it in a towel. Like, yeah, that's all I do. Like every time I get up, like masturbate a little bit, like going to bed like for 1 hour nap and getting back up. Yeah, breakfast. Yeah, brunch, maybe a brunch, cause like starting to become like 10, 11 p.m., 11 a.m. and or just feel like of the prep talk YouTube video got super hyper. I just feel good about yourself. And yeah, take a fucking shower, take a nap, you know. Take a nap usually goes around like 3 or 4, you know. Just pretty decent life. I understand one day like I just can't keep doing it. It's like I know something inevitably I have to change something because he always drive myself self nuts. Like I won't change this, but not only for myself, but for my parents because I know like they love me very much. So I I gotta do something, and I learn more about the inner parts of myself, the inner strengths and inner powers. I start to learn more about the behavior psychologies, more about the mental positivities, more about the meditations, more about all this stuff. I don't just read books. I yeah read books. I script the free version of PDF from some third party websites. Also, I just watch tons of videos. Also practicing in the bed where you should get wet and sweat the whole bed sheet because I'm super nervous. I'm super fucked up at the time. I yeah, but even after I'm still afraid. I'm still afraid. Still afraid pick up girls, approach girls. Still afraid. I suck at online texting. I don't know anything about online texting. Even like as a normal conversation, I screw that up. Like there we go, people like come like text me about like saying some curse words and cause I don't understand the basic like principles, don't understand the logic behind all of this. I just I couldn't hold my emotions, couldn't like let go of my emotions, and I start sending large smell message to the girl I so hook up like hook hook up like Tom and Jerry, not even Tom and Jerry, but Tom like the like in a Tom and Jerry like in one episode like Tom like sell all his like body parts, sell all his saving, in to purchase like a second hand like maybe automobile, you know, to win a heart from upper class ladies, and that's the story. That's the reflection upon me. Like that's what I do. Okay, I just sent a lot of spam of message to harass her friends. Just only keep myself comfortable. So I find a reason to keep lying down and keep living the way I like living, the way I seem fit. Yeah, that was decent. That was decent. Okay, reaching phase four, and here comes the 2021, and it was September, and I finally got a new start. Finally, I got accepted at a local college in New York, which is school I attend now. Just and as second progress, I pretty unexpected is I got deleted from her contact list, and I occasionally still think there's another way around it. It's just a challenge for me to challenge setup for me to go to chase the price, chase the so-called soulmate, to chase the one, and I get to know more about the whole game scenes and all the Ryan's pick up and his channels, YouTube channels, like the first like the Asian pick up artists in the Vancouver's, and I have developed since that I get to know the principles of six keystone values, which I'm gonna share later in my other video, and the principle of four dimension of man's societal success, which contribute to the overall success. Like this contest, I got it from someone else's, but I want to like bring alive and mix it up with my own idea based on my own experience and share with you guys. Okay, but another time it's yeah. And here's the phase five, and I switched to the Vancouver guys. He got back to China, but he have more gaming field experience as far as in Western society, because it's more applicable to my um, to my struggle, and yeah, and I started learning his course day from night, 9 to 5, episode 1 to episode 9, and I go into New York and I pick up, and I just remember this like very explicitly and very clearly. I just remember every detail. I can resemble every detail of this approach. Like I said, like the first approach is in New York Central Park, and there's a couple. I remember it's sunny days and the sun is up high, and it was like 10, 11 o'clock, and we were just walking by earlier around, kids doing stuff, throw balls, kick balls, shoulder balls, and yeah, bunch of couples, books, read, jog around, doing their own little things, and nobody expect me to come out of nowhere. Just nobody, and I finally realized I gonna do this. If not find anybody else, I gonna do it for myself, and love my target to cover with kids. I thought if something nice, at least for once, ever gonna happen to me, it must be like the people with kids, because they have the compassions, they have the hearts to at least care for for a stranger who willing to approach them with a right mindset, with a good incentive, and then it just happened. It just happened so naturally. Like the first time it was very mind blowing. I have several mind flow guys. I don't remember what I said. I remember I do an opening. I don't even remember. I don't even remember back then, but I do remember the reaction like they are pretty nice, just completely normal, happy, middle income family, just living their life. And I start realize that it's me who really need to change. If I ever want this want to change the circumstance around, change the table around, switch the table around, you know. I did it in a train, Middle Eastern Europe group. We had quite a nice chat, 15 minutes. She even says like farewell. She waved me goodbye, like go off the train, but we never get back to each other. And in the school subway stations, and do some casual talks with even like a couple of girlfriends and guys with girlfriends, and no big issues. And back then, what drive me like this, so 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 into the game, so into the field of games, so into day game especially, because I don't do alcohol, and I don't go to the nightclub, so I only do the day game. And I was influenced by the good response by these people, but I only did it for like 1 month. I just give up. I give up completely. I said, fuck it. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna lay down on the couch and grab some chips and uh, start running my old routines again. Cause here's the thing. I'm not getting constantly the positive feedback. I'm not. Fuck. Who cares about feedback? I'm not getting the compliments. Okay. Not even getting a response. People just straight out ignoring me. Like walking on the street like you fucking nobodies, and you start going to people's. And these guys, they want nothing to do with you. Jeez. Uh, that's the harsh reality. Uh, I faced it the first time. Like at least for the scale, for the amount of burdenness I faced. But despite that, occasionally still want to change. So I use my saving by electrical bike. I run my electric bike to to a mall where like there's a lot of shops, movie theater, a lot of girls hang out, which is 8 miles away, quite a lot. Walks back and forth, but no big issues. I do them like 2 days every week. My mind and body are close to exhaustion. So I can't even raise my legs. Every time I go there, just exert all my strength. And then another approach I remember very clearly, very I can recall every detail. Like I approach the guy with girlfriend and first approach a girl. Like I just ignore the guys. I don't think that's relevant. I just go talk to the girl and I says like blah blah blah. I found you really attractive. I'm getting coffee nearby. Uh, Something like that. Yeah, I think I only did like 2 sentences, and because I'm super nervous, I thought like it would fuck up. And yeah, she did. And what she says is like, she says, go smack your face. Go smack your face. She, from recording, from, 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 from now, like, I, when I record it, like what happened, I think it's not a curse. It's just I just give I just give in. I just give up. I don't want to do this no more. Okay, at the time I don't want to do this no more. And I tried going back and forth, got off the the least bottles, but only like with the sharp edges of like the plastic of the glass straps and bike only got flat tire. And once I remember I was 5 miles away from the dorm I living, and it was like 5 p.m. At night. I gonna remove the outer, like the outer two flat tire, outer two tube tire. I just remove it. I extract it off it. I just running on running on the still inner parts, inner sections. I just going like with a decent speed with sparks on the road. I think that's the most epic moments. That's the most epic moments I had for a while. And that's the bike story. I go into the phase 6 phase. It start from 2022 November. It's a phase of downfall. It's just falling down a roller coasters, never getting back up. I decided not to game anymore. It was a waste of time. Start talking to no one. Until go mess with more again. Cause I found what's the point of it. I start grow addicted to pornography. And not even find the self worth. I think at the time I think a lot of hard work like makes no difference. That's the most painful thing I feel. Like all the things going to waste. At the time, I think all the things have going to waste. Like this this compens it has to compensate for something, right? But no, all these efforts, all the money I pay, all the efforts, all the try hard, I just turn out to be nothing. And I hallucinate. hallucinating somebody outside, like in the Matrix one, like with the guys like the I'm so bad with name. Like the guys, the bald guys, with a lot of wrinkles, eating like big chunk of the shoulder like premium steak with a fork knife. Talk to like Asian Smiths, saying something like ignorance is a bliss. Like that dude. I'm literally that dude. Like I know all this reality, cause reality is what it is. Like it's very painful, but I really want to go back to time, like where I don't know all this stuff. Okay, I wish to be ignoring. I wish I didn't know all this stuff. Okay, and well then, what else? What can we stick to? Nothing, okay? Just empty hole, emptiness and procrastination, more procrastination, issue, self-denial, and issue failing for focus for my majors for the last semester. And then barely pass with or C or D, like 2C, 1D for other three, which is okay, I guess. I here reached the phase 7. It's 2023, January, and as a consequence of failing from my previous majors, which is computer science, I have to step into a new major. I have to I have to step into a new major. I I made a statement that day when I got away from the couch in the living room, like cause that day I stayed out late to watch drama and YouTube videos, too much YouTube videos, and later got wake up at the couch in the middle of the day. And so I was like, fuck it, gonna make something happen. Like that day, I said it to myself. I have to make a difference. I never will, or I never will. I am almost look like the third transitional period, third transitional phase I have, and the third grand decision I need to make, which is whether to be living dead or living as if I die tomorrow. Going back to Ryan's game footage, which I read everyone his video like one more times. Not only that, I take notes. As to my own experience, I start recall from my past game experience, the good or bad. What's my mentality? What's the logic behind this? Behind every behavior. Start going to New York, purchase the 1 month subscriptions. It cost like $79.99. But I left my bag forever there because he got flat tire once again. Jeez, I reached the 300 miles, which to the point I think like there's no point keeping it. The fixing the tire as well as the find a replaceable batteries is not worth it. So I just left it here and I start upload short in-game gaming field video in your social media. Your social media called 小红书, which is exclusive for the Chinese, dominated by Chinese foreign students. I got more results. I now can go and start approach girls like 20 more, at least 50 more every day. Like every day I go out. At least for the day I go out, you can say that. And now I had a flu. So 2 days, 3 days, I haven't picked up. So I decided to make a video to really push myself. And second thing is I want to share my stories. I want to those of you who are still out there struggling, fighting for your life, just hang in there. Don't give up, cause there's always gonna be someone, have the same experience. But you need to be your own enabler, your own helper. And third part is later I'm gonna share my knowledge of my game footage and analysis. And that's it. Nice seeing you guys.
So, bro, this Peter's puke game in mine. I bet you guys love it.